I'm Miss Emily, and I'm a student at Iowa State, and I want to be a teacher someday, just like your teacher. Can you tell me your names?
I'm Amber. My name's Michaela.
Okay, nice to meet you. Can you please write your name just right there on the name card and set it in front of you so I can know your name? Okay, today we're going to talk about two different ways to write numbers, but there's lots of different ways that we write numbers. Can you think of some ways that we write numbers?
With a pencil.
With a pencil.
We write them down on our papers in words.
And yep, we use words to write numbers. Do you have a way, Amber?
We also use symbols.
Symbols. Do you ever use tally marks?
Use blocks.
Blocks. Sometimes use tally marks. Or do you ever use pictures?
Sometimes use those blocks that there's like 10 little cubes in a stick.
The base 10 blocks? Okay, so today we're going to talk about standard form and expanded form, which are two different ways to write numbers. So standard form is the normal way that we write a number. So just the way you think of when you write a number normally. So when we write a number in standard form, we use the digits 0 through 9. And each digit has a place value. So, for example, if we have the number 7,329, okay, each digit has a place value. So here we have a place value chart. Are you guys familiar with these?
I've heard of it before.
Okay. So if I use the number 7,329, we can see that each digit has a place value. So we have 7 thousands, 3 hundreds, 2 tens, and 9 ones. You guys have any questions about that? Okay. So we'll do another example. Okay, so now we'll use the number. This isn't going to erase very well. Okay, now we're going to do 562,987.
That's a big number.
That is a very big number. Okay, so 562,987. So for that number, what am I going to have in the, where's the 5 going to go on the place value chart?
100,000.
Right. And the 6?
10,000.
Okay. Where is the 8 going to go? 7?
Ones.
Right. And how about the 2? Where will the 2 go in the place value chart?
The 100 place.
Right. Oh, not right. So this is the hundreds place. So we have ones, tens, hundreds. So what's in the hundreds place?
9.
Right. So the 2 goes in the thousands. Okay, so that is standard form. Do you guys have any questions about standard form? Okay, so the second way that we're going to talk about to write a number is expanded form. Okay, so expanded form is when we write a number with the sum of each value. So standard form is the process of breaking up numbers to show how much each digit represents. So we kind of just talked about how each digit represents a place value. Expanded form is writing it in that way to show that it represents a place value. So when we write standard form, it helps us to think about it in words. So like Michaela said, sometimes we write numbers using words. So using our place value chart will help us to write numbers in standard form because we can think about them using words. So if I have the number 543, can think about it in words. So I have 5 hundreds, 4 tens, and 3 ones. So we can write that as 5 100s, 4 tens, and 3 ones. Using multiplication, we can write them like they are in words. So we then get 500, 5 times 100 is 500, 4 times 10 is 40, and 3 times 1 is 3. So then to write that in expanded form, we would have 500 plus 40 plus 3. So that is how we would write 543 in expanded form, because we have 500s, 4 tens, and 3 ones. It's just the process of breaking up the number into their sums. Do you guys have any questions about expanded form? Okay.
You have to do all those processes every time.
You don't. So writing them as multiplication problems first will just help you break it up if you're just learning how to do it. But once you get good at it, you can just think to yourself, okay, I have 500s, 4 tens, and 3 ones. So have you guys learned expanded form yet?
I don't remember.
Okay, that's okay. So, okay, now we're going to practice this as a group. So you each have, I have 2 markers there for you, and then here are a whiteboard for each of you. So can I have one of you come up and you're going to use these numbered note cards to make your own number in the place value chart, and then we're going to practice writing it as a group. So Amber, do you want to come up and make a number in the place value chart? And our place value chart goes all the way up to millions. Oopsies.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Okay, so Michaela, can you read what number Amber put up here?
9,536,230.
Right. So, how would we begin to write this number in expanded form? Amber, what do you think? How would you begin to think about writing it in expanded form?
Well, the 9 times a million, but I'm not sure how to write a million.
Okay, how many zeros does a million have? Right, so a million has 6 zeros. So if we wanted to write 9 million, we would have a 9 followed by 6 zeros. So why don't you both go ahead and write that? And leave some room on your paper because this is a pretty big number.
Don't we have to multiply it times a million?
We can do it that way. So you can write 9 times 1 million. Or if Michaela is ready to write it the normal way, she can do that too. Okay, so then what is our next place value?
100,000.
Right. How many 100,000s do we have?
5.
Right, so we would write 5 times 100,000. And 100,000 has 5 zeros, right? What's our next place value?
10,000.
Right, so we have 3 10,000s. What's the next? And then you guys can keep going if you have the hang of it. And if you need another whiteboard, you can always go on to the next one if you don't have room. Yes,
So since there's no ones, what do we write?
right, what do you think that we would write for no ones? If for all the others we do 2 times 100, 3 times 10, we would do,
0 times 1.
right,
So, but since mine is already written out, do I just write plus 0?
right, yep,
Oh,
already has hers in expanded form because she didn't need to write the multiplication facts. But now that you have the multiplication facts, you can go through and think, okay, what's 9 times a million?
9.
Right, and then you can go through and write your sums. Okay, so what was our final answer for 9,536,230 written in expanded form? What did you write down for your expanded form? Yeah, Michaela.
I had 9 million plus 500,000 plus 30,000 plus 6,000 plus 200 plus 30 plus 0.
Right, that was right. Okay, we're gonna do one more as a group. So Michaela, do you wanna come up and do numbers in the place value chart?
Sure.
Okay, so Amber, what number has Michaela put in her place value chart?
737.
Right. So, can you each go ahead and practice writing this number in expanded form? Okay, so Amber, what did you first do?
I started by doing 7 times 100, and then 3 times 10, and 7 times 1. And then I did the multiplication, so I had 7 times 100 is 700, and then 3 times 10 is 30, and then 7 times 1 is 7. And then at the bottom, I added them all together to get 700.
Right, so what was the final answer for this